Hello guys, in this video we're gonna learn how to create a price monitoring agent from scratch and completely for free. So this is the agent, and when we execute it, it will go to all the URLs that we want and extract all the prices that we want. So you can see right here, it is complete filling up this sheet and it's accessing these websites that I set up right here. So I set up 3 websites and it already finished. So you can set up multiple websites. This is very useful for e-commerce, and it is a great skill to learn, the web scraping skill. Using this setup with HTTP requests and extract HTML, you can basically scrape anything from the internet. So it is very useful and a great skill to learn. So let's start. The first thing you need to do is to put the trigger, which is a schedule you can set up for daily or weekly to execute the workflow of your monitoring prices agent. And next we're gonna pull up the Google Sheets. So you're gonna need to connect into your Google Sheets account. So to set up your auth, you're gonna need to go to Google Cloud, sign in. And after you signed in, you go to console. So after you go to console, you need to select the project and create new project. Create. Okay, select the project and go to APIs and Services, Credentials. Now you're gonna need to create credentials. So OAuth client. Then you're gonna need to configure consent screen. Get started. Create your app. After configuring that, you're gonna need to go back to credentials, create credentials, OAuth client ID, and then it's in a web application, price monitoring, and authorize redirect URI. You're gonna need to use this link, so just paste that and create. And it's gonna give you client ID and client secret. So you're gonna copy that, put it here, client secret. Don't show this to anyone. And then you're gonna sign in with Google. So I'm getting an error. So you're probably gonna need to. So what you're gonna need to do if it isn't working, you're gonna need to go to the audience and set up the email which you're gonna use. So you can add user and put up your email right here, and then it's gonna work. Okay, so I got a connection successful. Now, yeah, I'm gonna need to enable the Google Sheets API. So right here, I need to select Sheets and go to Google Sheets API and enable it. Okay, so now I'm gonna be able to read this data. Okay, so it's still forbidden. What you need to do is also enable the Google Drive API. So it's Google Sheets and Google Drive. So Google Drive API, enable it. Okay, so after enable it, you're gonna be able to load your documents. So let's create a new document. So it is sheets.new. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do is create a new sheet. So price monitoring, and you're gonna create the table product, URL, and website. And also the name of the page will be products. and the other page is gonna be prices, and in the prices we're gonna have date, product reference, product name, website, and prices, price and website. Okay, after creating the sheet, we go and select the sheet and products first. So what we're gonna be monitoring is a RTX 3060. So we're gonna fill this up. Product will be this. We're gonna monitor from 3 different websites. So one of them is Amazon, the other one is Amazon Newegg. So, and the other one will be Micro Center, the same RTX 3060. So Micro Center. Now we go back to the workflow, and there won't be any filters here. So we're gonna create a switch for each website. We're gonna do a different action. So let's execute the previous node, and the previous node get us 3 items. So we can see right here that we got all 3 items registered in the table. And then let's create when the website is Amazon, we're gonna do one thing. When Amazon is Newegg, we're gonna do another. So Amazon, Newegg, and Micro Center. Micro Center. Okay. So we're gonna create an HTTP request node right here, and URL, and let's execute it. So here we got all the page, and after getting the page, we're gonna create a HTML extractor to extract its content. So we're gonna need to extract the product name and the price, and we do that like first product name and the price. Oops, price. And for that, we're gonna need to open the DevTools and look, and we're gonna need to search where what we need is at. So we can see that the product name is in a span with the ID product title. So we're gonna copy that and put right here, span, and ID is hashtag product title, and the price is right here in a span called a price. No, price to pay right here. Okay. Span price to pay. Let's test it. The price didn't work. We got the product name but not the price, so we're gonna go back here. So we can't get any results with the price to pay, even though we saw that it is in the price to pay tag, and it's probably we didn't set up any headers in our requests. So we need to send a header to masquerade ourselves, trying to say that we are an actual user to the website, and it gives us the full HTML that we need. So we have the price here with that header, and we can add now the Google Sheets up the append row. Oops. Prices and map. So the date is gonna be now. product ref is going to be the switch product, product name, price, and website, the URL. Okay, and we execute that. And we're gonna have here the price registered here. Okay, it worked. So sometimes you're gonna need to set up some better headers. This is working just fine with this header, so we're gonna keep it at that. We are going to move to the next website. So the next website is the Newegg website. So let's connect this and let's execute. See, we've got this HTML, nice. And then what we're gonna extract is the product title. So h1 with class product title, really simple. h1.product title, and the price is right here. So price current, a div with price current. Okay, div.price current. Let's execute that. We got everything we need. Okay, we can move to the pin rows and execute this, and done. Got all the data here. Okay, and the last website is Micro Center. So let's execute the HTTP request, and we get a forbidden response. So the Micro Center website doesn't allow raw HTTP requests, so we're gonna need to use something else, like a crawler service, like Firecrawl or any other crawler. So let's use Firecrawl, scrape URL, and you're gonna need to set up your Firecrawl account. So go to the Firecrawl. It's free, so you just need to sign up, and the API key is right here. So copy that, and then you set up your credential, put the API key here, save it. Okay, let's connect this URL, and when we execute it, bad request. Let's try again. Check your parameters. Okay, yeah, this is wrong. Okay, so we get a markdown and a bunch of metadata. Sometimes in the metadata we get a price and everything we need, but in this case I believe we don't have a price. So what we're gonna need to do is to extract not the markdown but the HTML. So in the formats we're gonna need to use HTML and execute it again. There we go. And right here I've got the HTML of the page, and then we're gonna need to actually create an actually no, we don't need that. We're just gonna need to go to the extract, and then the JSON property is data.html. So we're gonna select what we're gonna extract from the page, so the product name. So it is a span with h1 with class h4. Okay, h1.h4, and the price will be in the p tag with big price class. Okay, so p.big price, and let's see if yeah, we got both. Okay, and then we execute the append rows, and we got all three items saving automatically. And if we execute the full workflow, it executes each row separately, and you can see it saves right here automatically. Okay, very nice. So you learned how to create this very simple price monitoring workflow. You can set up the schedule to once a day, once a week, and monitor prices that you want. This is very useful for e-commerce, or just if you want to monitor something that you want to buy to see if the prices drop or not. It's a very interesting project. Thank you guys for watching.